Hi everybody, my name's Paul, and this is Athena, our superb owl. Athena is actually a great horned owl, which is the most prevalent owl species in the Americas, both North and South America. You can find these guys all over the place. You can find them in wooded areas, you can find them around cities, you can find them in mountainous regions. They're just excellent predators. They're out there all the time eating up all the rats and the mice and the rabbits and all the pest species that would otherwise be in either your house or your garden, so they're kind of like nature's pest control. Athena is called a great horned owl because of the two tufts on the top of her head. A lot of times people think that those are actually ears, but they aren't. Her ears are a lot lower and behind her eye a little bit. The tufts, actually, they don't know what they're for. They think that they might be useful in communicating with other owls in territorial disputes, basically telling other owls, this is my area, you better stay away. So Athena is actually a non-releasable rehab animal. You might notice her left wing is drooping down a little bit. So she was injured out in the wild, and the sideline docs really tried to patch her up, but unfortunately, that left wing just didn't heal properly. So she stays here at the zoo, and she gets free food, free housing, and free vet care, and she gets to meet all of you guys, and she gets to be a great ambassador for her species. So it's a pretty good deal for her, and it's a pretty good deal for everybody here. So we can learn about her, and we can get that up-close experience that you might not otherwise get. You might be able to see these really, really cool predators up close and personal here at the zoo. So great horned owls are excellent predators. When they're fully grown, they actually don't have any predators of their own. So there is no need for an adult great horned owl to play defense. They're all about the offense. So one of the things that makes Athena such a great predator is those talons. Her talons are really sharp. They're about 1 inch to 1.5 inches long, and she can crush down with her feet at about 300 pounds per square inch. That's about the same pressure that a German Shepherd can bite with. So she's not going to be dropping any passes this Sunday. Athena has really great vision. You can see her eyes are very, very large. They're so large that she actually can't move them into her eye socket. They're so large that if we had eyes that were as big as hers, comparable to our body size, they'd be about as big as oranges. Having those huge eyes, that's actually one of the reasons that she has to be able to move her head so far. She can actually rotate her head about 270 degrees because anytime she wants to look at anything, she has to move her whole head. She can't move her eyes side to side like we can. So with that great eyesight, she's going to be able to see anybody coming from any distance. Nobody's going to be able to sneak up and tackle her. So you can actually find owls in this area, and you can find great horned owls in this area too, but you're probably not going to be able to see them. If you look at the back of Athena here, she's got some really great camouflage. And not only does she have this great camouflage to blend in with those trees, she's active at night, so you really won't be able to see these guys. You're more likely to hear them. So one of the things that makes a great horned owl such a good predator is they're almost completely silent in flight. They have serrated feathers on both the front and back, so when they flap those wings, they're breaking up those big swirls of air into little smaller swirls of air, which make much less noise. Normally, the bigger you are as a bird, the larger your flap is going to be when you flap your wings, and the larger that swish of air is going to be, and the louder you're going to be. But great horned owls are the exception to the rule. And not only do they break up those swirls of air into small swirls of air, they're almost completely covered in feathers. So you can see everything is covered in feathers except her eyes, her beak, and her talons there. So one of the other things that makes a great horned owl such a good predator is not only do they have great eyesight, but they have great hearing as well. And they have very unique hearing too, because their ears are actually a little bit asymmetrical. And what that means is one of their ears is actually a little bit higher and at a little bit of a different angle than the other ear. So she can actually hear a mouse from about 100 feet away, and she can hunt that mouse without ever seeing it. It can be underneath snow or underneath grass. And not only can she hear that mouse without ever seeing it, she can hear the other team's calls too. So if you're as big of a fan of superb owls as I am, you're probably thinking of different ways for you to help out owls at home. And one of the biggest ways that you can help out owls and other predators at home is if you're trying to get rid of pest species on your own, we ask that you don't use rodenticides or other poisons because those animals might actually chew on the poisons and wander outside, and then the owl thinks that they're going to get a very easy meal, and then they consume the poison themselves. If you have a pest problem in your own home, we recommend that you use peppermint to maybe keep those pests away because a lot of rodents don't like peppermint, so they won't come in your house in the first place. But if they're already there, we ask that you use mechanical traps like snap traps and things of that nature. That way it takes care of the pest right away and it poses no danger to the owl out in the wild. So thanks for stopping by and visiting with Athena and myself, and we hope you're enjoying Superb Owl Sunday. And please come out to the zoo and hopefully visit with Athena or one of her other many animal friends here at Brookfield Zoo.